Hey guys, good afternoon. This is Kim, independent designer with Chalk Couture and Chalk is Chic. I'm going to get this pulled up really quick and shared over onto the VIP page in case somebody hops on over there. Pun intended, because we are doing Hoppy Easter. Hopefully y'all are having a great day. We are just going to take a closer dive in to look at this bunny duo. I'm going to do a simplistic version though, just to show you that you don't have to have all the bells and whistles. You can make it simple. These little bunnies are part of the bunny duo that we did yesterday, and we are going to just take a closer look at those. So I'm going to share this really quick, and then we are going to get started to chalk our Hoppy Easter. I think it's going to be so cute, but you can really make Chalk Couture do what you want it to do. So if you want to do everything, all the bells and whistles and everything, you can. But if you are simplistic or you don't like a particular portion of design, you don't have to do that either. So it is kind of a win-win. Hello, Miss Catherine. So I love the fact that you can do whatever you want to do with chalk. If you want to make it the whole entire transfer, you can. If you want to take bits and pieces, you can do that as well. Thank you so much, Catherine. I really appreciate it. So we're going to take Hoppy Easter, and we're just going to keep this plain and simple. I'm literally going to stick with 2 Chalkology paste colors. That's another thing that even though I'm a big color fanatic, I love colors, and I have every color we've ever made. I don't feel very strongly that people have to have all the colors under the rainbow. And you would think that I probably would be like, oh no, you need that color, girl, you need that color. No, you don't have to have that color. You can make things look good and look great with just a couple of colors. You don't have to have every chalk paste color. And if you're not an avid chalker, like you're not chalking all the time, there's no point in you spending a ton of money and having a bunch of stuff invested when your lifetime of your chalk paste, once you open it, is about 3 months with the new formula. So you don't want to break the bank, spend a ton of money, and beat out a whole bunch of money if you're not going to use it all the time. Now, I chalk every single day. I still don't go through all my chalk paste in 3 months. There's no way I can. And I do chalk every single day, sometimes multiple lives a day. But we're going to take our peony paste. This is a creamy, dreamy formula. If you have not experienced that yet, I would highly encourage you to. It is really exceptional, especially if you've chalked with the old stuff before. Because these 2 letters connect, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to chalk Hoppy and Peony. I really think I want to do Easter in Couture Teal. So I'm going to show you a little trick of how to do that, how to accomplish that. So we're going to chalk all this just like this, but I'm going to show you a little bitty trick really quick so we can chalk 2 paste colors. Hopefully it works. So I'm going to cover up this T right here and try to bend it just a little bit. And then I am going to just cover up the top part of my S, because y'all know how I chalk. If you watch me, you know I chalk crazy town. But we're going to do Hoppy in this. We'll go ahead and do 3 Chalkology paste colors. Y'all deserve 3. But you can change up this Hoppy Easter. I just looked at that and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and show them how to do 2 colors on this. So you can chalk what you're chalking, right? We've just chalked Hoppy. The T and the Y are connected. So we're going to peel this off really quick. So there you see that little T that slips through. No big deal, guys, I promise. As I get peony paste all over my little fuzz towel. We're going to dry that super quick. And I'm just going to show you how to crack that. I'm just wiping off this peony. I mean, it's on the fuzz towel. It's a done deal, but it's also on my craft table, so I don't want it all over the place. Okay, let's put Mr. Peony over there. Let's dry this super quick. Now, if we let it dry on its own, it is going to dry in about 5 to 6 minutes on its own. If you dry it using a dryer, it dries pretty quick. You can use a hair dryer. You don't have to use a specific craft dryer. Very easy to do. But one of the cool things that we have is the detail tool. I will show you really quick why I say that this is really simple for us to do, because we're going to use the detail tool to correct where we don't want that to be, where we want it to be teal versus this one. So I have dried this part. Let me just make sure everything is dry really quick. It feels good. Okay, so we take our detail tool, which has a poker end, and then it has a small little tool head here. So this poker end, you can take it, and I'm going to zoom in just a smidgen where y'all can hopefully, y'all can see that a little bit better. I just got to remember to zoom out. So you take your detail tool, kind of like a pencil, and just knock away that little bitty bit of chalk paste. Do the same thing over here. So that knocks away your chalk paste where you chalked, right? Okay, so now we want to fix it where we have that in a different color. So let's put our Hoppy back down. Okay, so here's where we have to get a little bit creative. I do want to remind you that you don't want to push down up here. You've already visited that little road. You don't want to go back down that road. And let me see if this needs to be straightened up just a little bit. It might. Just a tiny smidgen bit. So you've already visited down here, right? We don't want to push anywhere up there. We're only going to worry about these little letters down here, the Easter part. Now, here's where we have to get a little bit creative, because you have your T ends here, but you also have a little bitty space right here. So what I'm going to suggest to do is not mess with this little section of a T. When I say there, I mean, there's like literally anything there. But you don't want to chalk here, and you don't want to chalk underneath. I don't want to stress out, but this little part of your Y is going to be much easier for us to fix. So go ahead and cover up that little section right there. I'm just getting a little bit more creative with covering. So just in case I get a little bit happy, I'll show you really quick how you can fix that. So we're going to chalk Easter in our Couture Teal. Absolutely one of my favorite colors ever made from Chalk Couture. Again, we're chalking over where we've been, that little section by the Y. But I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is for you to fix that little bitty portion of the Y where it doesn't look off and doesn't mess with your eye visual a little bit, but it still gives you the color that you're trying to create. All right, so let's pull this off. So to be honest with you, okay, so this did a little bit something different than even I was expecting. So, you know, when we looked at it initially, the Y was going over your T. Guys, I'm leaving it just like it is. So we actually corrected it and made the T come to the forefront just by that little cover up of the tape. So I'm leaving it. We don't even have to do anything else with it. Let me zoom out so y'all can get a better view of the project. But we're leaving it. We're not going to do anything else with it. All we did was we changed where you saw the T. So originally the T, again, was behind that Y. The only thing we did with the use of placement tape is made that T come up to the front. So like if you've used graphic stuff before, you know, you can say send to the back, send to the front, send to the back. Well, all we did was bring that T to the front, and it's perfect. We don't have to do anything else with it. So it is super, super fantastic. Okay, on to the bunnies. Now, we can do bunnies very detailed like what we did yesterday, or we can do them just like we're going to do them today and not very detailed. I really want to just show you, and we can even make our bunnies face each other like this. Let me see. Let's see what we like better. I think we're going to go like this. So because we're working on a black or white board, obviously we can't have white bunnies. That would kind of look a little silly. So we're going to work with our Storm Chalkology paste. Storm, or even the, oh my goodness, Grage would look super pretty. Let me see how this Grage looks. We may even use Grage instead of Storm. It's my old style chalk paste because we have not had Grage come out yet in the new type. So we are going to have to love on this just a little bit. But Grage will actually look better, not as dark. And we could even go with colorful bunnies, but I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic. We may do one dark and one light. So we may do the baby, like a light Grage, and we may do the Storm in the tall bunny. I think that that's what we'll do. Totally reverted from doing, you only have to have just a couple of colors, because now I'm using all kinds of colors. But you don't have to have every color, guys. You really don't. I think we'll do this one in the Storm. So I do want to show you this in case you're new and never have seen one of my lives before. This is a great representation of that silk screen, how we get our amazing designs every single time. Our silk screen transfers are reusable anywhere from 8 to 12 times. You can totally reuse them as long as you take really, really good care of them. So you want to fuzz them really well when you're working on a surface. And you also want to make sure that you clean and dry them according to what Chalk Couture recommends. So you don't want to soak them in a long water bath. You want to dry them. I air dry mine. I don't dry them with any type of cloth or towel, and just let them air dry on their own. So we're pushing that down really quick, and he looks pretty straight as he's going to be. We're going to use our Storm Chalkology paste. Notice the teal speckles here. That is going to create a distressed look on the bunny. So it is going to be normal for you to see white little specks on the bunny, because that is the intent of the actual transfer. But this is Storm using our brand new Creamy Dreamy paste. It is a new formula. If y'all have any questions about the chalk paste, you can send me a message or comment below, either one. But all of our paste going forward is the new Creamy Dreamy formula. As the paste comes out, it comes out the new formula. So it is super duper nice, very nice to work with. And a lot different when you look at that. So you want to make sure you pull top to bottom or side to side. Don't pull a corner to a corner, and be extra careful when you have a transfer like this that has a big open negative space, that you're not overly pulling and stretching your transfer. So we're going to go ahead and dry this, just simply so we have a good surface. If you watch my lives long enough, you know that I always find wet Chalkology paste. So I'm just going to dry this just a bit, just in case some of this covers up. So I'm going to hold up while I'm drying to show you the difference between the two Chalkology paste. So there is the Storm, the Creamy Dreamy formula, brand new formula that was released this past month. This is the old style chalk paste. Now, if you have old chalk paste, it is still usable, guys. The thing that I want to remind people of, though, if you're working with old and new in a project, just remember that the old paste will dry a lot quicker than the new Chalkology paste. So the new paste dries a lot slower, like our shimmer paste does, and the old paste dries a lot quicker. So even though I love the new paste, you do have to be mindful of that, especially if you are working with new and old. So you want to be sure that your board is not too hot. And then we're going to work with this other little cute tiny bunny. And we'll make the baby bunny in our Grage, which is just the brother or the sister of the Storm. So it's the same color family, just a little bit lighter. So we're just drying really quick. Drying, drying, drying. And, or not drying, fuzzing. And then we're going to line up that bunny. Here is a little tip of the trade. if you don't want your bunny pushing down on your project, take a squeegee, put your squeegee down, and then it won't connect with that board, and it won't push down on your paste that you have from your other bunny rabbit. So there is that one. Let's go ahead and take our grage, which is just a lighter gray. Y'all can choose which bunny is your favorite. I think the grage for me, just because it not being so dark, it's just a lot more kind of calming and Eastery. But either one is super cute. I do know that we have dark gray bunnies, so either one of them is realistic and appropriate. Again, we're going to peel side to side or top to bottom. That little registration mark was chalked. It did not need to be, but it was chalked, and we can get that knocked off really quick. So we're going to just dry this really fast. Thank you, Catherine. And to get rid of your registration mark, all you have to do is simply knock it off using either a detail tool or a popsicle stick, whatever you have handy. But there is Hoppy Easter, just a different take on a transfer that's super cute. The bunny duo is adorable and super fantastic. And it does look cute with or without the use of all the detail. I personally love it without using all the detail. That's just me. But everybody is different. Everybody's taste is different. So tomorrow, what we will do is we're going to take this board, the same one we worked on, we're going to kick it up a notch, and we're going to do the detail. So you can see the difference between, this is kind of just plain Jane, easy peasy, easy simple. We're going to kick it up a notch and add that detail to our bunnies tomorrow. Just so you can see it different and watch how the different takes on this affects your design. So I hope y'all are having a super fantastic, happy Wednesday. It is like officially hump day, halfway through the week. So I hope y'all are having good fun. If you need anything or have any questions, please feel free to message me or comment on this live, and I'll be glad to help you any way I can. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a safe night.